Yo guys, the Frag Merchant here. Welcome back to the video. Hope you guys are doing well. Sorry about my hair. I just got out of the shower, so excuse me for that. But anyway, I'm back in Portugal. I'm finally back, so I have a ton of content prepared for you guys. But without further ado, in today's video, we're going over something that's sort of been requested a few times. And this is my personal fragrance collection. And it's a really good idea that I do this now because I have purchased a lot of fragrances this summer. So, adding them all together with my fragrance collection is awesome to show you guys. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. So, up first, a fragrance everybody knows. Like, if you don't know it, you're living under a rock. But a really hyped up fragrance that I bought, I think it was my second fragrance that I bought. I still enjoy it, I still wear it every day, but I feel like it's nothing compared to the rest of my collection. This is Afnan's 9 p.m. Now this fragrance is a nice vanillic, sweet bundle of joy. It's basically for winter. Definitely wouldn't recommend it for summer. Very sweet vanillic, as I previously said. So let's spray this on paper. Yeah. So as I said before, one thing I don't really like is that after a while this fragrance becomes sour. That's something I've noticed with this Afnan. And I don't know if it's just a fault in the production, but I think also a friend of mine who actually has Afnan 9 p.m. has noticed that this sort of vanilla becomes sour, and that similarity between the Ultramal isn't really that good. So that's something I don't really like about Afnan 9 p.m. But anyway, projection is about 7 to 8 hours, which is pretty good. I actually use this as my daily wear to school. I sprayed it so much on my jacket that it's stayed on my jacket. I cannot get rid of the smell. But anyway, as I said before, sweet vanillic fragrance. Perfect for winter, definitely not for summer. Next, a fragrance I recently purchased, and I have mixed feelings about it. This is Badi Al Oud by Lattafa. I say Badi.
Man, shut your bitch ass up.
Yeah, I said Badi. I don't know why I said Badi. It's not Badi. I'm butchering the name. Anyway, let's give this a spray test. I love the atomizer. Look at that. Amazing. So apparently this fragrance is supposed to smell like creme brulee, which to me, I don't pick up any creme brulee. It's a sweet, vanillic, fruity fragrance, but the top notes are creme brulee, and personally, I don't pick up any creme brulee. To me, creme brulee smells like nothing. I don't know about you guys, but creme brulee to me smells like nothing. But as I said before, this is a nice, sweet, vanillic, fruity fragrance. This fragrance, I would say it is for summer, yes, but I feel like it leans a bit more to winter because it has that, sweet vanillic, something you don't really want to overspray. This fragrance, in terms of projection, is about 8 to 10 hours, which is pretty good. I said projection when I meant to say longevity, my bad. But projection, it is good. It will make you stand out. I think I did have a compliment in my Uber before. The woman there complimented me on my fragrance, which is the first time I got a compliment. And other than that, this is a nice, sweet, fruity, vanillic fragrance that I would definitely recommend for you guys to look into. This fragrance is the only JPG in my collection, and it is Le Beau Le Parfum. Really well-known fragrance. This fragrance is a nice, sweet, coconut, vanillic fragrance. Now, when you think of those notes, you normally think, oh, that's more of a winter fragrance. I totally disagree. I believe that this fragrance is for the summer, maybe a bit more colder nights, as I mentioned before, but this fragrance, I feel like you can rock it in the summer. But as I said before, this is a coconut, sweet, vanillic fragrance. Projection is decent. Longevity will get you about 8 to 9 hours, so it's pretty good. Next, the one of my Manceras in my collection. This was sort of a rush blind buy in Florence. I didn't really put much thought into it, but this is Coco Vanille. Now, this fragrance is really underrated. I personally haven't heard anyone talk about this fragrance, which I find amazing. This fragrance is supposedly has rose, vanillic, woody fragrance. I feel like it's very similar. It reminds me of Cedra Boise, but it also has it's a bit more unique. So this fragrance, it was sort of a rushed buy. I didn't really put much thought into it. I was in Florence, and basically the employees there were sort of rushing me. I wouldn't say they were rude, but they were a bit seemed like they didn't have a lot of time on their hands, but I guess that's what happens when you let staff assist you. But anyway, like I said before, this fragrance is a sweet, vanillic, woody rose fragrance. Projection, it's not the best, and longevity, I think it's 7 to 8 hours, which is also not so good. So personally, I wouldn't recommend buying this fragrance. Next, the second Mancera from my collection, probably my favorite fragrance in my collection. This is Amber Fever. Now, I had to buy the 100 ml version of this because this is just too good. It's too good. So, as said by the name, I mean, also just look at that atomizer. You know, Mancera never disappoints. But as I said before, if you don't already know, it says in the name Amber. You pick up a lot of that amber. It's just so amazing. Amber, vanilla, sweet. Such a perfect blend. So this fragrance is good for winter as it has those main notes. In terms of projection, it is amazing. And longevity is 8 to 10 hours. Now, I've never seen this fragrance similar to Coco Vanille been talked about. And I think that's just because the mainstream media is focused on Cedra Rosé and like Instant Crush. I did smell Instant Crush at the airport today. I gotta say, it's actually pretty good though. But Amber Fever, really underrated. Nice winter, vanillic, fresh, ambery. Did I just say fresh? Jesus Christ. Vanillic, ambery fragrance, perfect for winter. Our expensive side of my collection, we have an MFK fragrance. This is Silk Mood Oud. Now, I've talked about this fragrance before on my channel, and I gotta say that I really like it. I really do like it. Atomizer, amazing, amazing. So this is Rose Oud vanillic fragrance. It's sort of like Satin Mood Oud, which everybody must know about. So Satin Oud Mood is basically a more uplifted version of this, a lot stronger on the oud. This is more lighter. I feel like it's a bit more relaxed, so it is honestly one of the best rose fragrances I've smelled in a long time. So it includes Bulgarian rose, if I'm correct. Now, this fragrance in terms of projection is not so good, which really disappoints me. I've had my dad complain. He wore it once. He said he couldn't smell it on himself. So that's sort of a negative. But in terms of longevity, this fragrance, 10, easy 10 hours. But as I said before, this fragrance is a nice rose, oud, woody fragrance. Perfect for winter, I would say. Up next, my first fragrance that I actually bought, and I know it's gonna surprise a lot of people, especially for a first fragrance. It is a Xerjoff, and this is Torino 22. Now, I gotta say, this fragrance, I love it so much. I personally think it's better than Torino 21. It's a very citrus, fresh, woody, aromatic fragrance. Now, I bought this fragrance for 180 euros for 50 ml, I think. And honestly, it was worth every single dollar. Let's give it an atomizer test. Amazing. Xerjoff does not disappoint on those atomizers. Yeah, as I said before, nice citrus fresh. God, this is so good. I gotta say that this is probably my favorite Xerjoff summer fragrance, citrus fragrance. I smelled a lot, and I think this is my favorite. So in terms of projection, this is amazing. Projects, blasts off your skin. Longevity, easy 10 plus hours. So, but other than that, this fragrance is perfect for summer, going to the beach, hanging out with friends, you know, something you do during the day. It's a fragrance that I actually haven't talked about on my channel, and quite expensive one, Layton. Now, this is also one of my favorites in my collection. This is a nice woody vanillic, atomizer, decent. As I was saying, nice woody vanillic, warm, spicy fragrance. So instantly when I spray it, I can automatically detect the apple. That's one of the top notes that you automatically smell. You get that apple wood. Now, for me personally, I feel like the apple is the main thing that stands out. I don't really pick up anything else, which is sort of negative for Layton, especially for, you know, because it's such a hyped up fragrance, I guess, and you're paying a lot for a clone house in a way. I've heard a lot of people say that Parfums de Marly is just a clone house, and I sort of have to agree, but you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, Layton is Layton. But this fragrance, in terms of projection, is really good. I went out for dinner yesterday with family members, and I think I sprayed 8 times, and they said they were complaining that I oversprayed, which is, you know, that you sprayed well if they're complaining. Anyway, longevity, easy 10 hours. And this fragrance is definitely for the winter, not for summer. And maybe more special occasions. The last fragrance of my collection is Bond No. 9 Nomad. Now, I did also a video on this recently when I went to Serbia and I bought this fragrance. Bond does not disappoint. Spray it on. Atomizer is okay, you know, not the greatest. Cap is sort of difficult to put on, which annoys me. But enough about that, we don't care. Let's smell it. So this fragrance, similar to Silk Mood Oud, is a rose woody vanillic fragrance. I feel like it's a bit more unique than Silk Mood. It's sort of lifts up on the rose and a bit more smooth, so a little less harsh than Silk Mood. But I feel like I prefer this one more than Silk Mood Oud because, first of all, the projection is also amazing and longevity is easy 10 hours. I feel like Silk, I don't feel, but I know that Silk Mood Oud is bad on projection, so that's just one thing that Nomad is better at. But other than that, this fragrance is a nice rose, vanillic, woody fragrance. It is more for winter, I would say, and more special occasions, just like Layton. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know that this has been a requested video. I do have a lot more coming based on my fragrances, such as fragrance challenges that you guys will see. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.